smiles on their happy faces when they tell me to turn down in these places, but I know what they want. Play the kind of music, then they tell me turn it up. I believe in love, yes I believe it. I believe in love, I believe in you. Yes, I believe in love, yeah, I believe in you. She could be someone who could make you do all sorts of funny things. She goes out to buy brand new cars and diamond rings, but I know what she wants. Play her kind of music, then she tells me someone who can make you turn it up. I believe in love, yes I believe it. I believe in love, I believe in you. I believe in love, yes I believe in you. Yes, I believe it. I believe in love. Yeah, I believe it. I believe in love. Yeah, I believe it. I believe in you. Yes, I believe it. I believe in love. Yeah, I believe it. I believe in love. Yeah, I believe it. I believe
We go. How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Andy and Augie podcast. My name's Andy Bumatai.
I'm Augie Toba.
And Augie, by the way, is a sitting council member. That's right. He is in office as we speak. And because of that, we have to say,
All statements made on this podcast are personal opinions and not the official endorsements by the City and County of Honolulu.
All right.
yeah, there we go. And that's Kinako the Wonder Dog in the background because Augie literally just sat down.
That's right.
And it takes her a little while to, so, what's up, bruh?
Oh, man. We have, this is committee week. So,
What does that mean?
and it means there's weeks in the city council where
Yeah.
we have different committee meetings. And tomorrow is a big day. I have 3 different committees that I'm a part of. So I had prep, and the prep went long because, one of the issues is concealed carry. So,
What?
Yeah. So that, it's it'll be a long day for me tomorrow.
Wow.
So, I was like, how we looking, with my staff, and I was able to, get up here just in time. And all I kept thinking about was the Wonder Dog because I know
Wait,
takes
hold
time.
on. I'm
know.
gonna go deal with him. You talk to the
Yeah,
chat.
so
freaking
every
out.
time I come to Andy's home, takes about a good 10 minutes before Kanako the Wonder Dog calms down, and maybe because she smells Filipino, maybe my lineage, gets her a little upset. I don't know. But other than that, yeah, it takes a while. See, so in about 3 minutes should be okay, and then we'll be good to go. But in the meantime, it's gonna take a while before she gets used to me.
Yeah, like about years. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm closing the door. I don't know what she's. And by the way, she was outside barking at something. So evidently, someone had the gall to walk by my house.
Right. And at 2:00,
in
we
the
have
afternoon.
visitors, right? So,
Right.
yeah. So we'll have the Wonder Dog barking in the background, but just shows you how real we are.
But you know what? I got to tell you something. Even a small dog like that, every one of our neighbors around here got robbed, and my house didn't because I got this yappy alarm.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, hey, that's the beauty of like we talked about this growing up. You remember how
Look at this. Rick has a great. Hey, bring treats.
you know what?
That's not a bad
you go.
idea. I'll buy them. And then when we see you, our tail will be going.
Because she knows exactly the kind of treat she wants. Yeah. Oh, you can text me and I'll get them so that things will be a lot.
Look who's here.
Kamasami.
Kong! Kamasami Kong! If you don't know who Kamasami Kong is, in the KKUA days back in the 70s, especially the late 70s, Kamasami Kong was instrumental in getting my name out there and helping me so much. And we used to do this thing where we'd go to the schools and do talent contests,
right?
And then we'd announce the winner on the radio show, so all the people, which was the precursor to Brown Bags to Stardom.
And that blew up.
Oh, that blew up.
That blew up. I remember the intro to the Kamasami Kong radio show. He had the Kamasami Kong.
Yeah. Let's see. It says Hawaiian Love says, please tell Augie, tell me that they have to have a license to carry public. They do. But you know what? We don't get into politics here. We stay away from that.
And thank you, Andy, for reminding people about that because, as much as I love being on the city council and representing the great people of District 9, I do need a break from it. And because it's, it consumes a lot of my time and
a lot. My goodness.
I think as I got older, I love reading more. But at the same time, there's so much. Like this weekend, we had water issues. We had
flood issues.
Yes, and sewage spilled in my district.
Yeah.
Trees were falling down. So, despite doing that, I still had to go to Kauai to do a fundraiser for the Philippine, community. And so, I need moments like this where, Andy and I can talk and talk to you.
Talk and get away a little bit from that thing. By the way, speaking of the weather, people really like when we do the weather bit. So, Guy Augie, our main man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. Here's the weather for today, and this is brand new.
How's it on this Monday? The stormy weather is done. It's still a little damp, though, for the east end, for the windward areas of Maui and for Hawaii Island. But most leeward areas will remain fairly dry for the next several days. But the thing we're more concerned about, these winds. They'll be running pretty breezy for the next couple of days. And then starting on Wednesday, they really step on the gas. It's going to be quite windy. We could even see some spotty power outages later in the week. But for today, we've got the best weather on the planet. It's going to be beautiful. High temperature running to about 82 degrees. And rainfall, again, limited to some windward and Mauka showers, mainly for the Big Island and for Maui. Now, as far as the surf, we see a building swell is going to start picking up late this afternoon. So that means the Billabong Pro pipeline will likely run tomorrow, not so much today. Not a whole lot happening in town, and the east shores will be picking up because of those breezy winds. So again, the winds running pretty swift all the way through tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, that's when they really step on the gas, and they'll be running pretty firm all the way through the weekend.
There you go.
Keep it here on Hawaii News Now. We'll have the latest on the winds coming up over the next several days.
A lot of people don't know, but Guy Augie boxed.
Box?
Yeah.
He's a boxer.
And
he's a surfer.
Correct. That's how I knew Guy from his boxing days.
What?
Yeah.
What weight?
He fought, I believe, was like junior, it is featherweight, but one 139, 132, 130.
Yeah.
But like that's how I knew Guy Augie. And then, later on when he did the surf reports, I was like, man, I remember that guy used to box. And he fought some heavy hitters. He fought the Pellin brothers.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Back in the
And
amateur
those
days.
brothers could
Yeah.
bang.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I saw people like, you guys go ahead and heckle Guy. Just to catch me on bad place.
You know what? It doesn't surprise me though, because anybody who surf knows a little bit about scrapping.
Yeah. So
Hey, that was my wave, you bugger.
a couple months ago, he was at Kaka Boxing Gym and he was doing the speed bag.
Yeah.
And he sent it to me, but he never let me. I posted. I let people know. You guys never know, but Guy Augie, he's the boxer. I showed him.
Yeah.
Doing his speed bag. Yeah, no, he was a decent fighter. He fought for Palolo.
And that explains why he's able to keep himself in shape. He's
Yeah.
that and the surfing and
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too much, bro.
And a couple times where we're doing cheap eats where guys would come up like kind of punchy guys like act up, and I'm going, you ready, bro?
Wrong guys.
We might have to suit up. What you think, guy?
Look, Kevin Fraser says, Twitch said my browser is no longer supported. Well, they go on special underwear for that, Kevin. I can't help you on this side, but
Hey, other than that, how's your week? I mean, I know you've been doing different podcasts, so
Well, we're trying to do the podcast, which is when we do it, I
Right.
call it the Andy and Augie show,
Yeah.
right? But it's been the Daily Pidgin podcast.
yeah,
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 1:00. Okay.
nice.
But the reason we're at 1 on Fridays, because I wanted to do 3, is because Billy V does a podcast. So, but he just announced on his last show I was watching, right? I always lurk his show. He may be doing the weather report, and so he can't do the 3:00. So if that happens, I move the 5 to 3
Yeah.
for the people on the East Coast. But
Nice.
other than that, what we did was it rained so hard,
Yeah.
the water built up outside my wife's room, and we had to go outside in the pouring rain and dig a trench to get the water to it was mean, bro.
I know. I was
Mean.
working out Saturday morning, and with the group that I go out and do my physical fitness with, right? And the rain was coming out, so I've never experienced lightning like that. But as I was talking to the guys,
Wow.
man, the lightning was right. I swear to God, right in the back of me. This thing came. When it hit so hard, the whole area just felt like it was gonna explode. It was pretty.
And they say you shouldn't be outside. You're a walking lightning rod.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, the thing to do is work out near a flagpole or something.
Right.
So
No, so luckily I have my mom. I was gonna use her as bait.
Yeah. Look at your mom is- Oh, bro, that compassion in your heart just oozes from your pores. How's it, Kitty Pine, joining us once again here? There we go. I got to get used to calling him Kitty
know,
and
right?
not David.
No,
But when you grow up with somebody,
Right.
That's
okay.
okay. Kitty, for joining
Right.
us. Hey,
David Kitty Pine. How's that? David Kitty Pine.
No, we call him Kitty. She wants to be Kitty
Okay.
now, so
Hey.
there we go.
Okay, Kitty.
Who's this off the hook? Intense, brother. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah,
I know.
Angels was watching over me.
Ooh, right. They're here.
But-
Billy. Oh, hey, Rick S says Billy V may move to Saturdays,
Oh, wow.
10 a.m.
Okay.
From what he said. Well, I guess what? We're gonna grab that 3:00 spot. Because I didn't want to step on brother's toes.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
a lot of the same people that watch this show watch Billy V's show. He's more entertainment.
Yeah.
Who's doing what in
Right,
TV and movies, and
Yeah.
that's not my favorite subject
Yeah.
because I'm not in it.
Dude, the rain was so bad, I had to catch a plane to Kauai.
What?
And you ever been to gigs where you almost saying to yourself, ooh, I don't know, I'm gonna make them. Should I call the promoter? There's gonna be,
You mean like you about 5 minutes ago?
yeah, I'm almost there. I called this guy, and every flight was backed up. So I went and purchased a Southwest to Kauai. And as I was walking, I said, hey, you just made the list. You can go on. I was like, whoo. And I got there 5 minutes before I went on.
Before
which
you went
was
on stage.
Awesome. And it was for the Filipino.
Well, that's better than 10 minutes after.
Correct.
Because, one of the hardest things is making people laugh who had to wait.
Yeah.
Right, because a lot of people, when our shows sell out, right? So then what happens is people are there early.
Correct.
So they're there for an hour, then they sit for an hour, then they gotta wait.
And now, age group demands for us to be on time.
Because they'll leave. They'll go home.
Back in our younger days. Had stuff to do, stuff to talk about. But now I was like, hey.
Speaking of gigs, okay, I'm doing this fancy thing here. Please, in Hamajang Gang, which is what we call the chat here on the show, let me know if you see any comments in the, any comments from me, because this fancy dance thing is supposed to show our poster like this, right? This is us. March 1st, Augie and I at the Blue Note. Now, that should automatically put a post somewhere.
Nice.
But it doesn't seem to be working. But if you want tickets, right, you go to andybumatai.com and you can get your tickets there. Okay? Ooh, okay. So that's March 1st, Augie and I at the Blue Note. And then Frank de Lima and I will be at the Hilo Palace on April 22nd. Okay? Augie couldn't make that because he had to shift a gig.
Correct.
Right?
Well, I was supposed to do Hilo back in December, but because of what was happening with, the volcano. Yeah, so we had to move. It was too close to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a fundraiser. I mean, a ticket price started at $5.
Right on. Fundraiser for whom?
For Bisect and Brave, the foundation that my daughter created.
Right.
Yeah, so
anti-bullying.
Anti-bullying, and the other one is the Big Island Substance Abuse Center.
Look here, Mad Trees 808. What intermediate you guys went? I mean, are we back to that? People are always surprised when in Hawaii you say, what school you went? You're talking about high school.
Right.
Normally on the mainland, they're talking about university, college.
Right.
Well, I went, intermediate, Menehunes.
Right. I went to the diplomats. In Kalihi.
In Kalihi.
Too much
Okay, so
talking
after Hilo, then Augie rejoins the tour.
Right.
And we do May 13th. This is a pre-Mother's Day show. Okay, and if you'll notice there, it's at 5 p.m. Okay, so that moms can hang out and we can do that thing, and then you can go spend time with the ohana.
Right,
okay?
right, yeah.
And then, lastly, we will be until something else comes up at the Maui Arts and Cultural Center.
There it is.
On April 28th, right?
There you go. See?
Yeah.
Amazing.
There we go.
And then
did
we
it
get
show up? Did anybody see my automatic takayan? No. Who? When you guys coming to Sacramento? I tried.
No, but we're getting close.
We're getting close.
Yeah, we doing. I know we looking at dates for San Francisco.
And Renton.
Correct. Seattle.
Renton, Washington.
Correct.
Renton, Washington.
We'd love to go on that path that we did at one time. We did the whole, you go to Vegas, you go to Arizona. And, we can go up Utah, we can go Montana. And, that's a cool thing about, doing what we do is that there's a lot of, misplaced happy Hawaiians, like Montana.
I call them migrated Hawaiians.
Migrated, right?
Migrated.
And a lot of people don't realize there's a lot of them in Montana, because you remember at one time they were trying to sell land to local people. Hi, my name is Kalani. Come and be my neighbor at Ponderosa Pines.
My brother bought Ponderosa Pines.
My dad would sit around after watching TV and a commercial would come up. He go, honey, my mom, you can buy land for only $100.
Look at what gig you guys doing in Renton. I got to tell you something, Terry. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've played it before, but I don't have all. But Greg Azus, who is the promoter and manages a bunch of comics, is handling that. As soon as we know more, but again, go to the website. Okay. In fact, this is my website right here. Okay, go to andybumatai.com, and then when you click on any of these, Nani Aloha did a wonderful job making sure that all of these links work now, especially if you click here, right? And then you go down here, right? You see this? You see all those links under the dates? They all work, okay? So anyway, that's my website. And you, of course, can go to Augie's website. Hold on. Did I click on them correctly? Oh, there we go.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
And this is Augie's website, and you can see a very nice smiling face of him.
Very nice
right? Sporting the hipster.
He's him.
The hipster beard.
But yeah.
Yeah. But again, and this is, by the way, what somebody was asking, where you can buy the Hawaii Theater Show.
Yeah.
That also benefits your
Correct,
anti-bullying.
100%. Which is like, you click it. It's like you rent it for $3, $5 you own, and it's like I'm still having fun. We still having fun, and it was a nice show. It was a cool show.
It was a good fun show.
Yeah.
And the Hawaii Theater, OMG.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, you know what I mean? You walk in there and it's like,
Yeah, and really need a mic in that place too. That's the cool part. Like the
I didn't
acoustic.
know that.
Yeah,
The acoustics
acoustic
are
is
that
so
good? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, one of the places I really want to go, and that's Las Vegas, right? Because of all the migrated Hawaiians
Right.
who live in Vegas. In fact, I tried to play this last Wednesday, this video here, but I was screwing up because I was trying to bring Steven Espanola in remotely, and I was just blowing it.
Yeah.
Economai, Steven. We're gonna try to do it again in March. But listen to this news, and we'll be on camera, about people moving to Las Vegas.
Okay.
And this is not Hawaii news. This is Vegas news.
It is not just Californians moving here to Las Vegas anymore. A Las Vegas realtor who's from Hawaii says he's been getting a wave of people from the islands wanting to move here to the 9th Island.
My barber's from Hawaii, and he recently moved here too. Our Angelina Dixon talked with a realtor today about the price comparison between a single-family home in Hawaii and here in Las Vegas. Angelina, what are those numbers?
Well, Tricia and Joe, it's a staggering
Dig the
difference.
price.
Late last year, the average price for a Las Vegas home was just over $430,000, but in Hawaii, it was just over $800,000.
800.
Barbecue chicken.
In Hawaii,
Remember
aloha
that.
means hello
Okay.
and goodbye.
That's where he does a lot of his marketing.
Now listen to
A
him.
local Valley realtor from Hawaii says an influx of people are saying aloha to Hawaii's steep price of living and embracing the desert.
One of my clients and good friends, he owns a restaurant out here called
Scott
Bo's
Suzuki
LB.
from Ohana Realty says Las Vegas has been an attractive option for decades because
How close
it's
the
cheaper.
houses, Brian?
But now real estate prices in the islands are through the roof.
Looking at the home prices in Hawaii right now, it's the condos are looking about 500,000 is what the median prices are, and single family homes are looking at like around 1.1 million.
The median household
Yeah,
income
but
for
that's a
Hawaii was almost
$300,000
$90,000,
difference
while
from the
here in
reporter.
Nevada, the median household income is about $65,000. For Travis Nishioka, moving to Las Vegas from Hawaii was the ticket.
Or hot shoyu. I like Vegas. Vegas is pretty dope. I like the city life, so yeah, I mean, there's no other place. Vegas is one of a kind. I mean,
Nishioka says from his experience, he's not missing the beach because he never had time to hang out there. He was always working to afford it. Nishioka
that's
is
one of the
employed
things
as a
that we,
cook for Bowls LV on Charleston.
Yeah, at the city council.
He moved his whole family to Las Vegas 12 years ago.
we moved here because me and my wife had a family, and we wanted to get like our own place, and it was already hard. We're living with our family, my auntie, her parents.
But to maintain a feeling of home, Nishioka cooks up Hawaiian-style poke every day. He says we might not have an ocean nearby, but he's still able to get fresh ahi.
Man, how's that report? That's
And
so nice.
Nishioka says his advice to Hawaiians who move to Las
Report.
Vegas is take it easy.
Yeah,
Reporting
no,
live tonight from the
it's,
Las Vegas Strip, I'm Angelina Dixon.
Stuff. We have about over 277,000 homeowners, and you know, over the last couple of years, you know, everybody went from Res A to Res to Res A because everybody's property is now over $1 million. So all of a sudden, you saw your rates, your property rates go up, and you know,
taxes.
everything. So you're looking at a guy who rents, right? All of a sudden now, he go from paying 3 to, and I'm not saying this is what he's paying, but like I've heard, you know, people's rent go from 3 to like now 7. You think about
7,000?
700. So like I'm just giving an example. That's how much everything has doubled in Hawaii. You know, the gasoline prices almost half. I mean, you look at beef, pork, almost 20%. So like,
well, the cost of living everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah, and it's challenge. It's a challenging time in Hawaii. You know, we were debating that at council, and I was just sharing how, like, you know, there's this lady, you know, she's paying for the price of paradise. You know, they always say that to locals, right? Well, you know, you paying for the price of paradise. She goes, yeah, but you know, my paradise is when I'm using bathroom and I'm looking at one picture of what, you know, I should be enjoying every single day, but I got to work 3 jobs.
You can't go, like what he said, I don't miss the beach because I couldn't afford to go there.
Can I go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. By the way, Augie's talking about council members, but so we want to remember, we want to remind people that
all statements made on this podcast are personal opinions and not the official endorsements by the City and County of Honolulu.
Look, if you want to, all you have to do is just go. And I wanna encourage people to go and learn. I think that's the most fun part about what I'm doing right now is that, you know, as I'm learning, I want to educate, because I think one of the things that we do bad is educate the public. So like, you know, I always tell people, you know, I'm not really a politician. I'm a public servant. So my job is to serve, you know, and I'm enjoying it, but it does make me sad. And I told you this a lot. Like, it's the first time in like almost 3 years that I really got depressed, because I'm not depressed because there's a lot of people that I love, that we know, that grew up here, that's leaving, and I just wonder, how do they make it?
How do they make it?
How are they able to, you know?
Well, here's somebody. This is a news story. This is somebody who left Hawaii, went to Northern California. Dig this, because it's not all bad news, right?
Right.
Here, check this out.
Another much anticipated opening to tell you about. Oahu natives Ululani and David Yamashiro. They started Ululani's Hawaiian Shave Ice in the Pacific Northwest in 2003 and moved it to Maui in 2008. Now the hotspot is on Oahu and going nationwide. I caught up with David and franchisee Jamie Wong for a taste.
It's our Sunset Beach combination. It's the second most popular that we have. We have our macadamia nut ice cream on the bottom. There's guava, passion orange, and mango with mochi on top. This one here has lilikoi sherbet on the bottom. And this is for crack seed store lovers, lihing mui. But this is wet lemon peel, calamansi, and pickled mango with lihing powder on the top, as well as a lihing mui drizzle on the very top, which is sort of like a condensed lihing mui flavor.
Jamie is the first franchisee on Oahu, and that's such a big accomplishment because so many people have loved this brand. Ululani is over on Maui, and now they can get it here. So how has it been? How has the response been?
It's been amazing. You know, we're having a lot of support from the community. They actually come up to us to thank us that you've been here.
And you are opening more, actually. You actually have a very aggressive franchise strategy this year. Tell us about it.
Well, we actually have our first franchise is on Kona. We also have a franchise in Hollywood, California. But this year, in 2023, we'll also be opening in Livermore, California, Stockton, California, Santa Barbara, Redlands, California, San Diego. Over to Texas, we'll be opening in Austin, Texas, also in Dallas, Texas, also the Gulf Coast of Florida. And we're really, really shooting for an opening in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Wow, yeah, Vegas, you know, that's 9th Island. And we have more information on our website, that shop at 909 Kapahulu Avenue.
It's ice and syrup.
Well,
Still,
but
right?
he's taken it to another level. It used
Yeah.
to be ice, but on other parts of that show, I edited them down so they're a little some. So you want to go to Sunset? Sunrise show. Anyway, he takes the chopstick and he poke holes in the shave ice. So when you pour the liquid, the syrup, it goes down deeper. I was like, oh, bean innovation.
Yeah. Because you remember, you had back in the day, they put the syrup on the top, and you had to
No
work.
more on the
Yeah,
bottom.
but you had to work.
You have to work it. And then when you say, bro, I can have one bite of your shave ice. Yeah, but no mix them. It's like the chili and rice, right? Okay, you can have bite, but no mix them. Some people, they grab and like they own it. Hey! I know,
But yeah,
mean,
still,
that
man.
bugger.
Look, I have family in Evansville, Indiana, right?
Yeah.
And that town is growing. A lot of Filipinos. Maybe I shouldn't share my secret because
Why?
there's a side of me that goes, maybe I might take my tail in after this thing is done.
Yeah.
Head over to Evansville, Indiana because they have this top-notch medical facility where
Yeah.
a lot of Filipinos work and they're bringing a taste, a little bit of Hawaii and the Philippines, but anyway, coffee, hot dog, shave ice still.
There we go.
You know what I mean? You can make a lot of money.
Okay. Hey, guess what? Look who just came in.
Who?
Let's say hello to Kamaka Brown. How's it, Kamaka?
That's a guy.
Oh, James Money just came right there. James Money is
James
here.
Money.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
What's
wait,
up?
sorry.
Amazing that filter.
Yeah,
That
this
filter
is
is
this is
amazing.
the Kamaka filter. This is actually James Money.
Hi, you guys. You guys gonna go? You guys gonna go on the radio program? You guys gonna go? No, we can't go. No problem there, fella.
There we go. Hey, get up that thing. Yeah. How's your level? You okay? Can you hear us
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Okay, but before we begin, I'm sorry. I have to make this, okay? All right, ready?
What's that?
Just a reminder, Kamaka says, all comments on this podcast are the personal opinions of absolutely nobody. So no act.
I love it. That's right.
Okay, so I just want to get that out of the way right up front.
I'm
And
glad.
I like jump in right now because I want to say something about concealing your curry. Yeah, Augie, concealing curry. I don't think there's a real issue that you should really be concerned about. Concealing curry at Zippy's is actually a favorite pastime of a lot of people. So I don't see the issue, bro.
But
Conceal
it's
your curry.
actually against the law in about 2 or 3 states, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa, is that right?
Yeah, conceal curry. Yeah.
Okay.
How's the hearing, brother? By the way, how's the hearing, Kamaka?
That's exactly something that I would love to if I had the opportunity to do. I go to council and get on local brother come in. I'm concerned about this concealed curry. And just watching my colleagues just sit there.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the best moments is when good-hearted people come and they're passionate, but they're going off subject. And that's what we wrote about for the last 30 years. Local people that's so passionate, but then when they go off track, Oh, that's where the comedy comes in. They're there. You there? Hit the point. Wait. You're not talking about curry. You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, speaking of comedy, hey, Kamaka, speaking of comedy, what have you, before we forget, what have you got coming up? I know you can pimp out your show. You're doing that on a
Oh,
regular
mahalo for that.
basis.
Yeah, first of all, just a big shout out to Kitty Pineapple, brother Kitty, sister Kitty, brother sister Kitty, aloha in Vegas, and Kamasami Kong
Yeah.
is gonna be on my show March 31st. Kamasami Kong is gonna be on the Aloha Friday show every Friday, 12 noon Pacific time. We are on the Kamaka Brown Facebook page. And then this coming Friday is Bo Irvine, right out of Honolulu. He's going to be on. The week after that is Carol Kai. I'm going to talk about the old bed race.
You get
And
the
then
guests, bro.
hey, and then they get Tiny Tadani. Like, come on, and we're gonna talk story with Tiny Tadani.
Tiny
So,
Tadani.
We
You
gotta
know,
step
he was
up our
a.
game, Andy.
Huh?
We gotta step up our game.
Nah, nah,
Get
nah,
Linda
nah. We get
Cobos.
the Hamajang gang. We
Linda
get the Hamajang
Cobos. Can I get
gang.
Linda Cobos?
Linda Cobos. But you know what, Tiny Tadani. By the way, people don't know this about Tiny Tadani. That's his real name. You know, it's not a nickname.
That's
His
his real name?
dad named him Tiny Dynamite Tadani. His middle name is Dynamite. So ask him about that.
That's a cool dad.
okay, all
That's
right.
a cool
I heard,
dad.
That's a cool dad.
No,
and
but he knew
Kamasami
that.
Kamasami Kong. That's his real name. His dad would name him Kamasami. He said, right.
No, you know who suggested that name for Kamasami? And Kong told me this. It was either Tom Moffat or I'm blowing it. Cake. The most Aku head. Thank you. Ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding. And what
Yeah,
about
'cause I-
Kamaka Brown? Who named that?
Yeah, I know. It was that was a shortened form of my mom's name. My mom her maiden name was Kamaka Wahine. So I am actually a Kamaka Wahine Brown, but I thought I'd scrap with people with it. Kamaka Wahine, Wahine, and then off it goes. So I am Kamaka.
And the only guys that don't tease you is the guy with the last name Mahu.
Yeah.
Because Gab, right?
Your plenty
Yes.
guy's name.
Yeah.
Last name.
The last name is Mahu.
Yeah.
That was your name?
Yeah.
Mahu. Why?
Yeah, as opposed to the guy from whose last name is Bolo. So that's a strange name too. Augie.
Polo. What's his last name? Head.
Oh, hey, my cousin Lopaka. What's up, Paka? Yes, my nickname was
Yeah, right
Rusty
there. I saw
Smoky
that. I
Time.
saw that right there.
That was
Hey,
Paka.
Okay. Hey, I wonder if Emmy Tomenbang would come on the show. I don't know.
No, I think she
know.
would.
She would. Do you remember when that rumor was going
Yes.
around that you were
Yeah.
the love child of me and Emmy Tomenbang?
Yeah. No, and she still talks about that.
Does she?
Like, because, I don't use the T a lot.
Uh-huh.
Because, a lot of people just, slaughter my last name. Remember when I first started? Tauba.
Yeah.
Augie Tauba. So
Is
use
that
the
why
T.
you went with Augie T?
Correct. And then some big radio guy said, no, you should stay with Augie T. And then, at some point, I wanted to make my Filipino family proud and use Tolba.
Really?
Because I would get cracks. I go into the bank, the Filipino bank lady be like, how come you use that Augie?
How do you use
Why
that?
don't you use your name, Filipino name, Augusto? That's a beautiful Filipino name. Augusto, you use Augie? What is that Augie? OG. Augusto. So,
Augusto.
I mean, if my dad was around, during the election, I had to teach people because they were using your real name.
Oh, your real name.
And
Well,
even the
then-
guy that I was running against, just to throw people off because he knew that a lot of people didn't know my real name was Augusto, so he would never refer to me as Augie.
He'd say, call you Augusto.
Correct. Because
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm not in politics, because as soon as people find out that my last name, my real last name is actually Mellencamp,
over.
I
No, I know, I understand. I understand.
Hey,
so, it
legend.
was nice. It was nice that people got to know me as Augusto. I felt like I was back in elementary. People who didn't know me called me Augusto.
So you be Augusto and I'll be Andres.
Yes,
Andres.
Mellencamp.
And Kamaka, you gotta be Bolo Head.
Bolo-
Wahine.
there's a
Wahine.
legend. There's
What's that?
supposed to be a legend, and Kamasami Kong can validate this. That somebody asked him what his name was, and he said, "I call myself Kong."
Yeah.
And he said,
Oh,
"I
I
call
know his
myself
real name.
Kong." No, he said, "I call myself Kong," and he said,
Yeah.
"Oh, Kamasami Kong," and that name went stick. Was that Aku that?
I
he
think it was
talking
either
about?
Aku or, like I said, Tom Moffat. One of the two.
Well,
if
maybe
if, Augie,
he's-
if
he's
Kong
on,
is still
maybe.
watching,
Yeah.
maybe he can, or maybe he don't like us. Hey, shut up! You know how much I have invested in Kamasami Kong. Right.
I don't. I was watching that Shave Ice piece over there, guys.
Yeah.
That Shave Ice piece is pretty interesting. You see how they've stepped up the Shave Ice flavor. No such thing as passion orange, guava, whatever.
Right.
You know, he
Or
was
the
going
pineapple
for it, man.
blue.
Yeah, man. So I'm looking for balut pansut ulupoy over fried rice shave ice. I mean,
Oh, then now
right?
that's a shave ice.
Come on, bro.
You know, we can get into
Oh,
smoothies.
excuse
Andy.
me.
We
You
can
get the
into-
squid luau. You can put the squid luau on the top. The sprinkle.
Yeah. No, we can do smoothies. As that report was running, I started thinking about other things that we can do the Andy and Augie smoothies.
Smoothie.
Yeah, one whole meal in a cup.
How about Hawaiian smoothie?
Yeah.
Squid
only you get the-
luau.
Yeah,
Squid
squid
luau
luau.
Inside.
smoothie, man.
Right?
You mix them in, you put
Lau
the
lau.
yeah, you put them all in. You know, it's a
Yeah.
complete meal in a cup.
And the curry you're concealing, just put them right inside. No worries.
Right
It's all
inside.
good.
Boom. Oh, look here. Susan R. Stink food smoothies.
There you go.
That's even
Yeah,
better.
you get the adobo smoothie, get plenty peppercorn over there, whole day going.
You know, hey, Kamaka, I mean, you must have the inside track on all the great Hawaiian places to eat. Because I remember that time you said, hey, we'll go eat, what was it? We were looking for poke or something, right? And you knew the spot. And he goes, oh, it's right down the street. And I'm going, oh, how far is this place? It was like, oh, only 45 minutes. Wow, bro, where you live? Hawaii.
That's true, man. And by the way, you heard the said the announcer that they were having pokey, that they were serving pokey over there.
Yeah.
I gotta stop these people. I said, popoki is cat, man. You guys serving cat over there, your poke place.
No, that's popoki.
Popoki. You like it
Not
poke.
just poke.
Oh man, that's half cat, man. Stop it with the
That's what
poke.
local guys was doing on Facebook. You Pocky.
Poke. Yeah, well, they don't know how to spell it with the I, with the EY.
I tell you a funny food story because on our radio show this morning we were talking about crazy food that people eat around the world that they actually like in Cambodia.
Well, if
tarantula.
they didn't like it, they wouldn't eat it.
Yeah. So they talked about in Cambodia the number one thing to eat is tarantula, and they gave us the taste on how this thing, when putting
how
in the mouth.
tarantula tastes.
Yeah, and then like in places even puffins. So I talked about like the time that Andy, myself, Melka Bang, Frank DeLimo, we went to Palmer, Alaska.
Yeah.
We did a show in Palmer, Alaska.
remember that. Good
And then
fun.
indigenous people
Brought food.
yeah, and that's the only way we could have actually tried the food if it came from indigenous Alaskan
Because it's
people.
against the law for everyone
Correct.
else to eat maktak and all
right.
this other
So
stuff.
we
like
had
that.
whale blubber.
Yeah.
We had seal.
But I don't know. You know what I remember? You know what I remember about that though? That period we're all sitting around a table and they're going, "Okay, this is seal, this is maktak," and they're pushing it out like and us guys whacking a meal. Oh, I'm going, hey, boy, can I some maktak? Yeah. Well, what is, a little bit shoyu. This would be mean, but and they're going, you guys, you just eat them. And I go, hey, we're Filipino. What are you kidding? This is
Well, Frank was like a little.
Oh, Frank was,
Yeah, and Mel was like, I don't know.
You know what? That was the only time I've ever been to Alaska. And you remember they had that Iditarod race,
Yes.
that dog sled race, And on stage I said, they should get one Filipino over here because you put one Filipino behind 12 dogs. Those buggers are going run.
But yeah, no, I was talking about how like that was like one of those moments where like Andy and I was like, hey, smell like fish, don't taste like fish. Yeah,
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah, the seal was pretty
the-
decent. It was the whale stuff that was kind of like
Well, it's just, I think part of it is the idea that it is a whale.
right.
By the way, did you guys see the story on the whale, the one that washed up on Kauai?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that, Kamaka?
Saw it.
Bro, I got the thing if you want to watch it, what killed them and stuff. I mean, talk about and you see that kind of stuff, and then you have the indigenous people, bro, you like eat whale.
Right. Well, when the moose is hit by a car, there's a waiting list. So they call who's ever on that waiting list to go get
To
the
buy the
moose.
used car.
No, that or the moose. If you like,
Oh,
eat
the moose.
Yeah,
Moose.
yeah.
Well, how bad the damage?
Yeah, I know.
Only the front, the big's kind of spongy.
But we get bonus. You get moose today.
You get moose.
So there's a list. You know, they
Come on
call
down to Augie's used cars. With every car, you get one moose.
moose, beef jerky.
The moose. And the guy goes, oh, I like moose because my hair, the bugger lay flat, yeah. No, stupid. Not like I'm moose. God, that's so funny.
Out of all the foods that what
Yeah.
was like the worst? Yeah,
Worst?
Yeah, that you put. Or what did you like? Was amazed that you tried? Because I
don't know.
Tried.
I think
just put
mentally
stuff-
it was.
Yeah.
It has to have been balut. You guys
Okay.
grind balut?
Yeah, I cannot do that.
I whack a meal, brother. You can grind
Really?
butter big, kind of salty.
Okay.
You got to put some shoyu and
It's the
stuff. but
smell. Like I can't. I'll probably put it in my mouth if I can.
Get
cover
past
my
the
no-
smell.
Yeah, the smell.
Oh, so you don't eat hamha then?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
same smell.
So like one of the craziest
no,
things that
no, I didn't mean same smell. Like I meant like same thing.
right, but it,
Ooh.
I just
What? Come on. On the mainland, what food do you eat regularly that your mainland friends go, what?
yeah. What you doing?
Oh, let me see. Kimchi. Kimchi.
Yeah.
The smell of kimchi, right? And if I go to a place and then if they happen to have kimchi, we didn't get orders for it very often, but we do have it, right? So yeah, and you bring out if it's really good kimchi, is get that flavor because you make it with some little bit of the bagoong inside, right? The fish sauce or the shrimp sauce to make it taste good. So it's got that pungent, man. So yeah,
kimchi.
kimchi.
And
Yeah,
it's
the
so
holiday
good for
flavor.
you. It's so good for your belly. You know,
Kimchi?
Yeah.
Oh, probiotics, bro. Yeah.
Probiotics.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
good
yeah.
for your belly.
You know, those probiotics, way better than the amateur biotics.
They work really good, exactly. But the muggers are free agents now, and they're like
you know
unionized.
why? You don't need to be bionic, man. We eat them.
My wife and I were on a flight one time, right? And we didn't want to eat plain food, right? I mean, like, PL, like fly plane.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we brought Korean food, right? We bought Korean food back when you could do that kind of stuff. And we bust out the Korean food when they were serving everybody else. People complained.
Yeah.
There's some kind of smell coming around. I don't know. It's like a bad pizza, this lady says, right? And all the flight attendants were local, right? So they come by, they go, oh, wow, smart. They just think,
My wife hates it when I bring cuttlefish.
cuttlefish. Yeah. Well, that's the, during the social distancing period, that was the perfect kryptonite.
Yeah.
Grind some cuttlefish, brother. 6 feet. 6 feet, brother. Come on. If
You know what I'm
smell
missing?
'em-
I haven't seen for a long time, man. My grandma used to cook at hamha a lot, right? With hamha with cabbage, with bok choy, or and you put a little bit of hamha on top of your hot rice or whatever.
Oh.
And you got those flies, green, stuck on come on the screen outside.
Yeah.
They're green, reflective. and they're
Bottle neck, or no, bottle flies, they call them. or
something, right?
Green
Yeah,
one.
man. The
The
green
big
ones,
bambucha ones.
big bugger. I don't know where they come from, but they go hamha, zzz, and they come, right? And I haven't seen those for a long time. I think it's time to bring them out again. So I'm gonna.
They're
gonna hop me
endangered
about-
species because of the
Are they?
hamha.
Hamha.
Lack of hamha cooking, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new fundraiser. We have a GoFundMe.
Go
Bring
fund
back
me
they're called bottle something, green bottle.
I've tried, like, we went to Saipan to do a show, and I had fruit bat. It's nothing
Fruit
like
bat?
eating food that looking at you.
Fruit bat.
Yeah, and
That's
then-
what they call them.
That's a fruit bat.
They don't. Hey, this is 2023. They don't call them gay.
No. It's not good, Andy. You get canceled because no.
What?
The guy was a chef out of Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he had to learn how to, cook the
Bat.
food. Yeah. Because that's one of the island the treats. So you had to make it the way, kind of the way they cook it, but then he added the
Was
Hawaiian.
he Filipino?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there's
He
the
was
problem.
he was half Filipino, half Hawaiian.
Yeah, that's the problem right
Yeah.
there because the Filipino, they say, "Excuse me, do you cook bat?" And I do not cook bat. I cook good. Why do you say that about me? Hey, no, bro, you're misunderstanding.
It was, and then you of course you're looking at the pot And my dad always told me, if it's free and it's served, you better eat. That's why I was. Yeah, no, it was
don't
pretty
know.
amazing. Was it in this
Fruit bat.
coconut?
How does fruit bat taste?
I never eat the actual bat. The soup. The soup
was ono.
Was ono.
Oh, you had the soup.
Yeah, it was like on stew. It was on fruit bat stew.
Oh, you can after that you can be Batman.
Yeah, you can claim. That's right. You can say, you know what I had last night?
You know what I had? Bat soup.
I don't know, boys. I don't know.
I don't know, brother.
No, I had some pretty. I've had horse.
Well, horse, I don't, and it's the whole dog thing,
Right.
Right? I mean, Filipinos. I always think, how do cows feel about that? Or what? You like eat us because we bigger. Why not eat dog? Now, by the way, for all you people out there, you dog lovers,
Right.
okay, don't come picket my house with signs that say black dogs matter,
Right.
anything. Okay?
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. We
And-
love our dogs.
Absolutely.
Look at Augie's vampire tour. Free bat soup with every ticket.
and Lao Lao smoothies.
Lao Lao smoothie bat.
Oh,
man.
Oh.
Come on. Okay, what's the strangest thing you ever ate other than bat soup?
I've been very cautious, man. I really can't recall anything really strange that I've eaten on purpose.
You went to
what I
some luau's.
remember. I think I went to a luau, and the raw crab, the innards of the crab is very
it's an
tasty.
acquired
I'm
taste.
told.
Yeah.
It is an acquired taste, man, and everybody was doing Everybody was doing shots, man. They got up like that, man. And
So
I
you
did.
clean the crab and then you put that in a shot glass.
Yep.
Yeah, or you just eat them out of the shell.
We can just suck them out of the shell. You
Yeah,
suck
the
them out of
thing
the
is,
shell.
like-
Suck them out of shell.
Yeah.
And you got to be fast because those bugs
You gotta be
run.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know,
they never like it.
They were like, hey, come here.
No. And then some of the funniest bit that you do is when you talk about like animals that came to you.
Oh yeah, how eating
Correct.
dogs started.
Like I'm convinced that one leopard is amazing. Or an eagle.
To eat?
Yeah, I bet you. The harder the animal to catch, I bet you tastes good.
Really?
Yeah.
And plus they're black.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Look at Maka, he licking his lips already.
Look at that. He didn't know honor for a leopard.
A double leopard.
This reminds me, I don't know
double
why
leopard.
this joke popped into my mind. Okay, I'll try to give you a short version of it, all right? So this guy gets pulled over, right? And the cop says, hey, open your trunk, right? And he opens the trunk, and the guy has like baby seals, and a condor, right? And the guy goes, "What? These are endangered species. What do you do with them?" He goes, "Oh, I eat them." You eat baby seals? Yeah. He says, "Oh my God! Well, you're going to jail, bro. That's just terrible." By the way, what does a baby seal taste like? And he goes, "Well, it's kind of like between eagle and condor." I don't know who told me that joke.
That's so good.
Oh my goodness!
I tell you what I couldn't handle.
What's that?
Was alligator. I went to a blues festival in Kentucky.
Really?
And yeah, you know how they always say things taste like chicken.
Everything tastes like
And they
chicken to
lie.
some people.
They lie.
Yeah.
You can taste the gaminess of that water. You know, like how you smell swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can taste that.
Yeah.
Well, some people, if you grew up in Louisiana, you probably
might
wouldn't
like
even
it.
recognize that
Right.
smell. You know what I
And
mean?
some hot sauce is all good.
Yeah. You know who likes alligator, regardless of the smell? People who grew up near the Alawai.
There you go.
Okay.
See a food truck on the way.
Oh, hurt
And they-
myself
hey,
reaching for that one.
I
What?
see a
But,
food
but
truck
by the
on the
way,
way.
but
Food
by
from
the way,
Hawaii.
talking about tilapia. Got here to the mainland. I see tilapia on the menu. Yeah, I see tilapia on the menu. I'm going, what?
Oh,
the
nice
hell?
restaurants.
Nice restaurants.
Yeah.
Macadamia nut crusted tilapia, right? I'm
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
I don't care what you crust that bugger with, man. I ain't gonna eat it. And oh, it's good and stuff. But
You
it
know why?
is,
Because our generation, we think of tilapia as rubbish
Yep.
fish.
Correct. Yeah.
yep.
But
Kapalama
it's a
Canal,
huge
Nesco,
export. A lot of locals
huge.
that doing, farming tilapia,
Tilapia.
doing really well. There's a nonprofit in Kohala. I did this farm to school thing, and they raised
No, wait.
tilapia.
Let me see if I got this right. You did a fundraiser?
No. I was part of a farm to school thing, and we were watching.
Kay Bennett is now following. Gee.
Hey, Kay Bennett. Hope you enjoying the eagle. The eagle adobo that we're talking about.
But all you got to do is talk about eating bat.
Yeah.
People show up.
Yeah,
in
that's all.
droves.
People are asking us if we had, frog legs. I did. Okay.
I eat frog legs.
Yeah.
I've eaten that. Kamako, where you went intermediate?
Great callback.
Nani Aloha, one of our moderation.
Oh, intermediate. Let me see. I went Wailua Intermediate and then Washington when we moved into town. I went Washington, man.
When did you start wearing shoes?
I know. I know. That was like, I gotta wear shoes, Washington. What? Tell me.
What?
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
too much. Oh man.
But
So
yeah, you got a great point there about tilapia. A lot of it had a really bad rap, and even some stuff that was coming from Asia, right? It was like they were very marginal in what they were feeding the tilapia in these ponds and stuff. But it's good to hear that some folks have kind of rescued the tilapia.
Yeah,
and,
no.
So
'cause I'm
it's
told
what
a
they
decent-
feed them in these farms, right?
Correct.
Yep.
That's why the tilapia you see in the farming, I can take it. It's white and it's not the tilapia you see it, you know how it looks because we grew up looking at them. But the ones that they're farm raising in their backyards, nice white, and the meat is nice and
You know why?
flaky. It's good.
They
Yeah.
feed them steak. They feed them bat soup.
No, this farm up in Kohala is cool because they use natural rainwater, right, to fill the tubs and cultivate the tilapia. Then the wastewater goes into taro fields, which grow the taro. So it's like, it's a nice sustainability, and they're using the money to help women. So they're doing a lot of good things out there, and they're feeding the community, which is awesome.
Every time I hear the term natural rainwater, I always think, is there another kind of rainwater? Is there somebody artificially making rainwater? There's a bunch of those kids like white. You ever hear people say he was a white Caucasian male?
Right.
As opposed to what? One Popolo Caucasian male? I'm a cat.
Oh,
I know.
gotta be
But,
very descriptive nowadays, right?
You do. You really do. Got to be cautious.
You gotta be cautious. So come on, you ever be like on the mainland there? I know you do. You fly back and forth. You were just here. We did that wonderful podcast on the beach and stuff. But you ever accidentally slip into Pidgin and have somebody go, "What? Pow?"
Oh yeah. Oh
Bang,
yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. Get through with a project and I go, hey, anybody up for some pauhanas or what? And they go, excuse me?
What? You guys don't like eat poo poo?
You guys power or what? They go, excuse me? Oh
Excuse
man.
me?
Yeah. I was very traffic obviously as Andy, you and you guys have experienced LA traffic as killers, and people are just nuts on the highways. And they cut in and out in front of you, and you meet up with those guys at the stop sign, at the stoplight. Yeah. So I pull up to the guy, and he had just whipped in front of me, and he pulled over, and I pull over on the side, on the road, and I put my window down, and I smiled at him, and I said, "Hey, how you doing, Okole Puka? How's it? How you doing?" He went, "Hey, hi, how you doing?" And off he went. I felt so much better that day. I don't know, forgive me, but I
Yeah,
actually called him
Okole
and Okole Puka, and he
We
waved
have our
back and
own
smiled.
language.
Yeah.
But
There you
that
go.
there are those people that will risk their life and yours to get to a red light earlier. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's an old guy
Arrival
thing,
life.
but
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
is an old guy thing,
bro,
yeah.
relax, brother.
Oh, look at that. Tennessee is in the house. Nashville. I just
Yeah,
was there a couple
Nashville,
months ago.
right there, Gerald
Oh,
Francisco.
Dude, you talk about a city that's growing. That's another
Nashville.
one. Like if from what I understand, it was like something like 10,000 people weekly moving in, or something
Wow.
like that.
Wow.
But that's another place where, like, man, I was looking at a property, no lying, on the river, on the river, and
In-
it's
in
20
Nashville?
in Nashville,
Yeah.
right? At like 250,000 on the river, Andy. You have your own little area where you can park your boat, and then that river takes you down to Nashville. 20 minutes. You
20
can park
minutes.
your
By boat.
Yeah, down the lake, right?
Right.
You park your boat at Nashville. Enjoy Nashville.
Right. And then you have,
downtown
but do you
Tennessee.
have to be worried about young guys in speedboats passing you to get to the wharf?
Yeah, used to be guns and horses.
Just a big gun. But I mean, a house on the river. OMG, you can eat all the alligator you
All
like.
you like.
Oh,
there.
and the fruit
Nashville,
bats and the
that's
fruit
another-
bats.
that's another
The fruit bats
fast-
land right there on the wharf there, and they just
Yeah,
right
that's
for you.
another big city that's growing. Nashville, Tennessee.
I was just
You know,
talking
and I
to
tell you,
Justin Young, Justin Kavika Young. The
Yeah,
he's
sure, the
living
musician.
he's living in Nashville.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
Well,
and,
I heard that one of these days Nashville's going to have just a burgeoning music scene.
oh, really?
It's going to happen soon.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
like
It's
another,
coming.
like
Pretty
maybe
soon they'll have what do they
another
call it? Country
resurgence
music.
of, I think we might be like 20 years behind, Andy.
Really?
No, but that's
Oh my
another.
God. Let me check my VCR for some information here. I was just reading the encyclopedia,
Hey,
and
check-
it said that it's burgeoning. If I'm using that name.
Right.
Look, see on one of our moderators, Mad Statter, what's your Hawaiian name? Yeah, Mad Statter,
What's up, C?
she was a regular here, and she has gone on to do her own podcast.
Right on.
Yeah, she's been doing it for years now, and I know. By the way, before I forget, I want to acknowledge Nani Aloha, C Honda, Anwar,
Right on.
and Devin, our moderators, who filter out all the people that we bring out of the bushes with our offhanded comments.
I got to give a shout out to C Honda as well. She has dual citizenship over here with the Hamajang Gang and the Aloha Friday show. She comes on and helps me moderate and a couple of things that happened this past Friday. Boom, she's hitting me up about certain things are not going on. So shout out to C Honda for her dual citizenship, supporting us guys at the Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Island Social Network. 12
Where do they
noon.
find? Where can people find that?
They can do it on our YouTube channel, the Sandwich Island Social Network YouTube channel. Also on my Facebook page, Kamaka Brown's Facebook page. And just those two right now. We're working on Twitter, and it have a lot of friends dropping in, and
Nice.
It's got some great guests. Yeah.
That's-
And we
that's
always
where you
tell
find-
people.
What's it called?
we
The
always tell
Friday.
people,
Go ahead.
come and see Andy. I always say,
Oh,
check out
oh, oh,
Andy's
yeah,
Daily Pigeon. Yeah. We pollinate over here our shows,
We
man.
pollinate. Oh, I like that. Wow.
Uh,
Okay, let's see. Well, that's an hour, gang. So I know Augie always his schedule is so tight that bro, I
that's
gotta
another
run.
one. Yeah, that's another one. But I am committed to being here.
You made it. I couldn't believe it. It's like 5 till. I'm going, oh, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta-"
no.
And all of a sudden I see misspelled a text,
Yes.
so I know you're in your car. Bro, I'm gonna be there.
No, I use the voice activation, and you catch yourself.
Yeah.
You stop and you finishing the word. I'm like, it's okay. I think Andy got it. I'm gonna be there in 5. But if there's a new place that I'm working on, Andy. up
Working
Kunia.
out, you mean comedy
This
or
Friday.
muscles?
Yeah, working out muscles and comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know. I would love to show up
Yeah,
and
no,
try
I
some because
cannot
we have the
promise you an
show.
audience.
Huh?
I
No,
cannot
I don't
promise
care.
you
If,
an
I don't
audience.
care if you get 5 guys.
Yeah,
You just
that's
want
the best kind.
the best kind.
Yeah, I mean, you remember those days? What was it? That coffee place. We started off with 5. Wow, man, that was the Lava Java Kava
Oh,
Java
bruh.
Lounge. Java Lounge.
The Lizard Lounge
Lizard
on Kapahulu,
Lounge.
bruh.
Oh no, we
Lizard
did.
Lounge.
Yeah,
No,
we did
this one-
Lizard Lounge
What's
in
that?
Kapahulu upstairs.
Yeah.
And then Augie, we used to do the one on Nimitz upstairs over there. What is the name
That's
of
it.
that?
Boomers.
Boomers.
Kamaka
There you
remembers that place?
go.
Yeah, we were
Boomers,
talking about
bruh.
boomers the other
Yeah.
week. But yeah, no, I found this place. It's called the Turn at Stella's.
Really?
On our way to Wahiawa in Kunia at the Hawaii Country Club. So, yeah, 8 o'clock Friday.
Okay.
Go check them out.
Well,
See.
let me know.
I
And then
will.
maybe we'll go to a show because it's hard to go to the clubs now, and we
Yeah.
have a show on March 1st. In
Yeah.
fact, watch this.
Oh,
Ba-dong!
see that? Look at that.
Yay.
There.
Woo, woo.
And I guess
Man.
my fancy thing where it's automatically comments not working. But anyway, come check us out.
Yeah.
You know, Kamaka. Anything else going on? You
Just our podcast coming up. We've got a great lineup, and every Wednesday I have something called the Babu's Crew Night Patrol, which is just some silly, and it's at 10 p.m. Pacific time. And the Night Patrol, it is going places that we're not supposed to go without getting whacked.
What?
So,
Wait, you're actually mobile?
No, but we are going to be doing that. We're going to be starting that, which is why I was talking to you about different stuff. But right now, it's coming out of the studio. It's called the Babu's Crew Night Patrol. It's on Kamaka Brown's Facebook
Should
page.
do one too then.
And
They're called Survivor KPT.
there you go.
Oh, he got voted off the floor.
See, your brother can make up upstairs using the stairs.
Using the stairs.
Oh,
no. Come on, brother. That's this week's challenge. Yeah, in fact, but more safe than the elevator.
And when you get to the top, you get a bowl of fruit bat soup, bro. That's the best part.
And you know what? I have to tell you, come on, I'm just putting a bug in your ear, bro. You know that thing you do, the nostalgic kind of play multimedia thing with brother playing the guitar and the girl doing the hula. Have you done that in Hawaii yet?
I brought it to Hilo pre-pandemic. It was very well received, and I'm looking at bringing it to Honolulu as well. So that's going to be fun. It's an experience. It's storytelling with music and hula, and we weave the whole thing together. So thank you for sharing that.
Magical,
I want to bring
bro. It is
Thank you.
magical. Please let me know when you're going to bring that to Oahu, and we'll pimp
Mahalo,
it out,
brother.
You know.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, gang. Thank you so much, everybody. For
Thanks, Andy.
watching.
Thanks, Augie.
And
Yeah, nice
thank
seeing
you,
you, bro.
Kamaka, for
Good seeing
being
you, bro.
here, helping us be
Absolutely.
silly. So, and we're trying to do this podcast again Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 1 p.m. And if Billy V actually ends up going to Saturday, Friday we'll probably go to 3 o'clock because, I like that time slot there. Yeah, and Billy V does a great job on it. I don't want to step on his toes. So thank you, everybody, for joining
All right, everybody.
us. Thanks for all the support, whether it be biddies or subscribers or whatever. Check out Kamaka Brown on Fridays and Wednesdays, and Augie Toba, wherever Bara might be.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you guys.
Aloha, gang.
Ahui ho, everybody. Ahui ho.